Hey, what's up, Street Talkers? Eric from the Eric Street Photography blog. So, I want to give you some practical tips today on how to overcome creative inertia in photography and life. So, I like this concept of inertia because an object at rest generally stays at rest unless pushed on by an outside force. And inertia, it's really difficult to overcome. The feeling of inertia is like the kind of feeling of laziness, sloth, that you want to do something creative, you want to go out and make photos and do stuff, but for some reason there's something kind of holding you back. And some practical things to consider is why do you have inertia in your photography or your creativity? And several reasons. Like, first of all, it might just be fear that if you do it, like you go out and you make photos, you do a photography project or do a creative project, and then other people might look at it and they might say it sucks. So there might be a fear of social judgment. We also might have some sort of like this feeling that it's already been done before and other people have done it better than I have, and therefore no matter how hard I try I can never be as good as the other person. So for example, as a photographer, if we look at Bruce Davidson's Subway project, it's such an amazing project, but you might just look at it and think to yourself, oh, I'll never be able to do it as good as Bruce Davidson, so why even bother? So that could be another issue. Also, creative inertia, I think a lot of it is like a physiological body sensation too, is that like if we're always exhausted from our day jobs and our life and our work, then it's really hard for us to just even have the physical energy to overcome this feeling of sloth and inactivity to actually go out and do our photography passionate projects. So some practical advices on how to overcome creative inertia. So first and foremost, I think coffee is always a good thing. I know for myself, I cannot do any sort of creative activity without some caffeine, some stimulus. So even right now, I'm here at my Japanese Airbnb. Cindy made a nice strong cup of black coffee. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. So whenever I have some caffeine in my system, I always get a good inspiration to start doing stuff like making this video. And even she made some matcha green tea, mother poison. And this is actually the interesting thing, is that I think as creatives, there's a reason why a lot of us thrive with caffeine, is having some sort of bitter foods and sort of bitter stimulants. I think actually is a good way for us to start getting going in our creativity. Also, I think overcoming it is kind of give yourself permission to do something like 80% well and just hit publish. A lot of us have perfectionism get in our way from doing stuff. And so kind of give yourself permission that you might not have to be the best at whatever you do, but just kind of be like a kid, treat it like a fun little experiment. So whenever you do a photography project or some sort of creative assignment for yourself, don't think that has to be the best that's ever done, because regardless, you haven't done it before. So it's worth for you to still do. And lastly, yeah, kind of give yourself permission to make bad art, or to allow yourself to do shitty stuff. Like, imagine if you're a 2-year-old kid, you know, you're doing a painting or a watercolor. All your parents and your adults in your life will, oh, you know, they'll be so encouraging that, oh, you could do it, this is so beautiful, this is awesome. And then when you become older, imagine if you did a water painting like a 2-year-old. People like, dude, this sucks, like, why are you even doing it? So I think also you need some sort of creative isolation, is that to block out the sounds of the haters and just kind of give yourself some room to grow. Like, if you're a little seedling, you need a lot of protection, you need light, you need encouragement, you need a gardener to help you grow, and it takes time for you to become a redwood tree. So think about yourself as an artist. Don't think of it just weeks, months, or years. Think decades. Like, if you gave yourself a solid decade to master your craft in photography or whatever art you perform, you're gonna get good at it. Like, even myself, I started photography when I'm 18. I'm 30 now. Man, 12 years. 12 years goes by quickly. And even when I started this YouTube channel, I was only like 22, I think 21, like maybe like 6, 7 years ago. And I'm still learning, I'm still developing, and I'm still growing. So give yourself the same time to grow, to evolve. And I would just recommend try to do a small creative task every single day. If you want some more inspiration, go on Amazon, search Eric Kim Creative Everyday, or Eric Kim Street Hunt, or Street Notes, or Eric Kim How to See, and use these creative tools for you to stay inspired, because you are an artist, you are a visual artist, you have lots of really amazing things to give to other people in the rest of the world. Don't let inactivity, don't let creative inertia or fear of judgment from others hold you back. You got good stuff. You got all this hidden potential within you, so just go out and do it, hit publish, and share it with others. Peace out.